That's funny. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, here's part 2 of our yesterday Big Game of Small Talk podcast. I do apologize. Well, we apologize. There were some issues with the live stream. Some people couldn't watch it live. But I think once it finished recording, once we got off air, I think everyone was able to see it, but they weren't able to comment and interact with us live. You know what I mean? But like I said, we're not going to be here long today. We got a few things we want to talk about. But I mean, what you guys want to talk about? The Forza, the Nioh? Which one tackle first?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's talk about the Forza thing first, because that's always kind of good news. You know what? Well, here's the thing, right? First of all, I feel a little awkward. I'm the only white guy in here, so.
Oh yeah, hey, welcome to my world. Remember they said the only black guy. Hey, listen, hold up, man. They used to say that next was the only black guy. They keep giving all the black guys on BGST. Oh shit! But yeah, crap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. Like to me, it's really cool that Microsoft announced some numbers, because maybe this is a change for them a bit. Like everybody just assumed that this game flopped horribly. Like everybody was like, "Hey, this game flopped." Mm-hmm. Nobody buys those Forza games because they come out every year. And so, if you read the Xbox Wire, 2.5 million is physical sales and NPD tracked. That's not worldwide.
Yeah,
that's NPD. So that's not digital.
That's well over 3 million, 3.5 easily.
Yeah, I would say easy. And so that's a huge fucking success. And not only that, but they would say something like 14 million unique users on Forza. That's huge. $1 billion franchise. So they already have Gears as a $1 billion franchise. They have Halo as a $1 billion franchise. Now they have Forza as a $1 million franchise. And Halo
5 made $5 billion alone.
Yeah. So now they have these great franchises. Now they just need to work on getting that something else, a couple of these other franchises up there and up and running. But this is huge.
Here, not to be. I think they have to invest in IP, the long term of it. You know what I mean? That's my, like I said again, I'm not liking those who love the Forza series or Halo or Gears. Gears is my favorite all between the Halo and the fucking Forza. But I would like to see Microsoft, invest in I don't know if Sunset Overdrive can be that it. I mean, I love Sunset Overdrive, probably one of the best exclusives I played this year. But I wish Microsoft wasn't so, how should I say, secretive. You know how Sony always comes out and talk about their numbers and they get their fans excited and everyone's pumping their chest. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like Microsoft doesn't even care. Like, it did 2.5. You know, over 2.5. Yeah, no big deal. You know what I mean? And they also said that it's the most successful racing, game this generation. That's including Project Cars and Driveclub. So good, it's a good game. Forza Horizon, I love the series. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It is absolutely phenomenal. And the best thing is that they did it, like you said, nonchalantly. So it's just like, whatever, we hit this number. And apparently that's like some number that, people just are blown away by. Like to me, that's like the quality was there. Yeah, that is a lot, especially that would be a lot even on a PlayStation platform. You know what I mean? Like that's.
When did the game come out? September? So September.
September, yeah.
Listen, between September to December, they sold over 2.5 million
in the
copies.
US,
and that's hard copies in the US. Yeah, that's.
Hey, but not to mention, bro, that's pretty hard for a racing game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, believe it or not, those are niche titles. Those are like a racing game that comes out at a time when everything else was coming out too, and you have to figure that, I think that the Horizon series in particular just resonates with people, even if you're not really a racing fan. Even though we're not a fan of him, that Boogie guy, he even came out and said Forza Horizon 3 is the best racing game ever.
Oh, it is. It is by far.
Yeah, it's definitely it should be in everybody's top 3 of all time races. Even if you like my boy Mr. Petty over here, if what I'm saying, it's at least got to be in the top 5 of all time races.
Right.
It is a fantastic racer, man. Yeah, and then it's got some more DLC coming. And if you got Forza, go ahead, and if you don't got the expansion, go ahead and get Cocaine Mountain, because man,
Cocaine Mountain.
Yeah, man, because that is
just meet me at the top, man.
Meet me at the top, man. Yeah, so saying in the Tony Montana, it's ridiculous, man. It's like a whole nother game to itself. It's even the intro of it when you first get up and they carry the car up and then they drop it on top of a mountain and then you just start racing in the snow. It's epic. It's one of the most epic racers that I've ever played in my life.
How much is the DLC? Maybe I need to try. How much is the DLC?
It was 20. It was 20 for people who didn't have the season pass. It was, I think, $14 if you did. So
yeah.
Oh,
so that wasn't included in the season pass, the $99.
No. This is a separate expansion, and I got to be honest, for $15-20, the expansion is bigger than a lot of games.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal accomplishment, and that franchise is definitely safe and still coming. I know people were worried that since Playground Games is opening in another studio, that they would abandon that series. But why would you abandon the one that's bringing in the money?
Yeah,
you need that. You need that one to fund the other projects. So obviously they're going to continue on and do that. That's why they opened a new studio and hire more people so that they can do other things as well. And that's actually pretty good and smart thinking for a third-party developer.
But here's the thing. I'm saying that's control crap. But I'm saying why not then again, like Microsoft saw the golden goose egg with Bungie, and then at the Halo, that was the most popular franchise on the original Xbox, right? They said boom, they opened the check, but they acquired Bungie, right? I think they should do the same thing with Playground Games. You know what I mean? For EA or someone that comes in and snatches them up. EA is good for that. Or Amazon, God forbid. Like, they need to do that, man,
I think they're loyal. I really do. I think that
money talk, bro.
Bullshit. I know money talk, but I don't think Microsoft would let Turn 10 or Playground Games go on the wayside to someone else.
They own Turn 10, but not Playground.
Well, Playground, but but I think Playground wanted to talk to them and say they wanted to try to get their feet wet with a different genre of game. And they, and Microsoft was like, look, y'all did a good job for us, so go ahead and y'all do y'all's thing, and let them go out there and test the market. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think if they'd ever came to a point to where Microsoft was getting tested to lose Playground Games, that they would up whatever they need to keep them, especially how successful the Horizon series has been. And then, you also got to give credit to the motorsport, because that a lot of people were thinking that was dead, but a lot of people like those games. And since Gran Turismo hasn't been, it's been non-existent for so long, it's actually taken the place. So I'm really interested in seeing how people will resonate to GT. As a person that loves Gran Turismo, I forgot, I'm not even caring about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? For what Forza has brought to the table, they're going to have to step their game up for them to even compete with Forza.
And you know what, K-Megan? I'm pretty sure they're going to stay stuck in their ways, and it's going to be the same old. And they're just going to rely on the fact that people will buy it based on brand recognition. You know what I mean? That sucks. Yeah, true. And I we haven't seen anything new, but I'm glad that they actually delayed the game, because if they didn't, it would have been an absolute failure. And for a franchise that's had this longevity that GT has had, I just kind of think that they shitted on that game just to rush it out. And they was giving all the love and support to Driveclub, and Driveclub is, after me playing it last night, like, Lord have mercy, very, very pretty game. I've seen the game before, but actually playing it, the mechanics is awful, and they gave all that praise to them, I guess, because it was cheaper to make instead of working on GT. But that's the granddaddy of simulated racers to me, and they should have put, no matter how much money they want to, into that franchise, because I think that is is Sony's biggest franchise today.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know. Would you consider Driveclub a simulation racer?
They do say it's a simulator racer. Yeah, okay, they say that.
I just know that. What's the name of the studio that does Gran Turismo? What's the name of the goddamn studio?
Polyphony Digital.
You talking about someone takes their time to make a goddamn game? Jesus. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it takes them years, and
I've heard from someone, and I'm not going to say who, that heard directly from Phil on this matter, and Phil said he could not stand the idea of having a company like that not being able to meet deadlines and getting their game out on time. You know what I mean? Like, how? You know what I mean? Like, think about what it takes to get a game out every other year, and the quality keeps going up. You know,
Yeah,
that's
but
what these guys do.
yeah,
And
also too, they use the old assets from the PS3 game that still,
they were using PS2 assets
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a very very small studio. Maybe 6 motherfuckers. I don't know what the hell is. I know it takes them like 4 years to make a
they
goddamn
don't even
game.
do like realistic damage or anything. They're, like their
Mm-mm,
cars have like the
no.
least amount of damage ever. You know,
Yeah,
so
Okay,
like
the dust piling up in the air, man, it looked so old school. It was ridiculous. I was like, "What is this?" And at first, when they were showing the picture on like what on the YouTube channel that I was watching it on, it was showing the 4K image that they have available, and I was like, "Oh my god, this looks amazing!" But then when you look at the game, you're like, I mean, this looks like really no better than Forza 5. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they got to really step their game up. I know I haven't seen anything from them in a while, but if Sony lets this game franchise fall to the waste, then I think it's it's an ultimate L for all.
well,
games.
you have 3 big racers coming out this year. You'll have Forza Motorsport 7.
Okay.
You'll have Gran Turismo Sport, and you'll also have Project Cars 2.
Right.
So that's going to be a tough battle to see. Not only I'm interested to see which one rates higher because the Motorsport series is notoriously rates really high. Gran Turismo lately has been in the like low 80s or whatever. So and Project Cars usually rates okay as well. So it'll be an interesting battle. It's good to see the competition, I think.
Oh yeah, and Project Cars is not too far removed to stepping on the heels of Forza. So Forza it gives Turn 10 some work to do because you got to give it up to Namco because after being the Ridge Racer series, it fell off the face of the earth. They came back with Project Cars and they came back really.
I think they publish it. They don't make it. I forgot the name of the studio makes. It was small. It was a small studio. They would so what's that Kickstarter? They get a Wii U version of that shit, and that shit fell through. But Namco did. I think they are publishing the game if they are still, or whatever the case may be. But I know that the Sony's banking on Gran Turismo catching fire with the VR. That's supposed to have been,
And that could be a case. I mean, that could be one of those things that that really could help them. I mean, that is a good experience, I guess. Like, that's one of the ones that could be better. But who knows? Because I heard the Driveclub one wasn't that good. Like, you have to keep a steady frame per second, and I guess the visual quality takes a real hit as far as being able once it's in VR or whatever. So I don't know.
You tried the VR, right? Grant?
I've tried it before. Yeah, it's interesting actually. It's really. I would buy one if it was a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
But I don't want to pay $600. It's like fucking $550. Like by the time you pay tax and shit, because I don't have like the camera or anything already. So yeah, like I have one Move controller, but that doesn't really do because I bought the fucking Move when they came out.
I did too.
So I still got that shit. You know what I mean?
Like SOCOM with the gun and shit.
Yeah,
that shit was horrible. Yeah.
I like that. I played that fucking game. It was like it sort of looked like Fable, but it was like a fucking Move game.
Oh, you talking about Jesus Christ? Magic Book or something?
No, it wasn't that. It was fucking. It was a PlayStation Move game. Fuck. Magic or some shit. I don't know. Sorcery. That was the fucking game.
Oh, yeah, that is. Yeah.
That was actually a fun game. Like I enjoyed it. It did remind me a little bit of Fable. So I actually thought it was pretty good. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, I buy this weird shit and then never use it. So
yeah, I guess it's called. But anyway, we've been hearing about it all week and shoved down our throats.
Nioh.
Hiya.
Before we jump here and we start giving these L's in a massive order, I do want to say about Turn 10. Kudos to them, and I think they actually know how to work the Xbox hardware better than anybody else. Because remember, they were the ones that were pushing the graphics to the limits when it first launched and hitting 1080p 60 frames per second. And I know it's a racer, but they've had to send their team out to other developers to teach them how the Xbox One was operates at one point in time. So Turn 10 is awesome job, man. Awesome.
That's what I would say. I would love to see them do something besides Forza. I mean, it's a very talented bunch of people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but that is one of Microsoft's as a hit studios. When
Hey,
they got
Playground Games. This is a message. These guys ever listen to this? Don't make a fucking snowboarding game. That is
make another amp. It's
There
crazy.
already is.
Fuck
There
them.
already is snowboarding games, man. There's that steep game.
Oh,
Open
shit.
world snowboarding
man,
game.
I remember the days when SSX was the shit and amp. Like those were like, oh my god, amp.
SSX Tricky was awesome on
Yeah, it's fun.
PS2. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Amp
I
was-
think I still
Amp was-
have that.
Amp was awesome. Also, I think that was the name of Microsoft's own snowboard.
Amped,
Everything was-
yeah,
Yeah, it was.
Amped 1
Yeah.
and 2. I have
Yeah,
those on
yeah,
the original Xbox. Those are pretty good.
yeah. I'm like Jesus. I think that's another genre that just went down the fucking tubes. It's crazy how things just changed.
Because
over
everybody
time.
was all into those exports or whatever the fuck they were back then.
No,
Extreme.
it was a game called Tony Hawk that took over that shit.
Yeah,
even
that was really
like
good.
games like Tony Hawk and Skate and 3 and all them shits, or Skate period, all them shits have died. Like Jesus, no
well,
more.
Skate 4 is coming out.
Yeah.
I believe this year. So
No,
is it next year?
it was a fucking
It's no
troll,
good.
dude.
Oh, it was a troll. I know
Yeah.
everybody was talking about it, and he was ecstatic. I was like, I don't play that.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm a
they
big
didn't.
fan, bro.
It's
I'm a
not.
big
It's
fan.
not coming.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
not-
I loved SSX. I mean, I would love for EA Big to come
The
back.
EA Big needs to come back, bro.
Yeah, if you talking about Microsoft pulling up some of those people, getting some, getting a crew.
They did. They snatched up. What's my man name? What's that dude name with the long hair? Kudo Tuntu. What's his name? That was the Boston Connect for a while. He was over there at EA Sports.
Kudo
Page.
Sonoda.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's like NBA 2K. Most people play, the parts. So you would think EA, they keep on taking these L's with this NBA Live series. They need to just go straight to the NBA Street.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would make
Well,
more
hey,
sense.
looking at this sales chart right from the UK, number 12 is Forza Horizon 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Still.
Number 11, Minecraft Xbox Edition. Number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Jesus.
Number 2, Nioh. Number 3, Resident Evil 7. Number 4, FIFA 17. Number 5, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Number 6, Battlefield 1. Number 7, Rocket League. Number 8, Hitman: The Complete First Season. Number 9, Overwatch. So you can see there's not there's not like a whole lot new aside from Resident Evil. And so like to me, I always thought it was odd that it was beaten out by Grand Theft Auto 5 because Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't suddenly get a spike in sales. It pretty much sells what it always does, which like at this particular point in the year, it's not a shit ton right now. So the fact that it didn't beat that out, you would have to, and I tweeted about this earlier, just for reference. Recore landed at number 5 its first week, and that was at a time when a lot of games had come out, and it got beat, and people bitched and said, "Oh, it couldn't beat Overwatch." Overwatch was number 4 at the time, and they're like, "You couldn't beat Overwatch? That game's a few months old already," And so I think it's an apt analogy to say, "Hey, Grand Theft Auto, a 4-year-old game." No matter how good it is, no matter, you know what I mean, still beat it. And I think that's, look, we don't know the amount of sale of copies that this thing had, right? We don't know. Maybe they only had 250,000 worldwide. Maybe they had less. We don't really know. It's like the PlayStation VR. They only shipped a certain amount, so they sold out. People made it out to sound like it sold like millions of copies.
Yeah.
It didn't. So, I mean, it all depends on how many they had. But to me, that's a little bit of a failure that it didn't hit the top spot.
Especially what you got. What they say? There's 60 million installed. What's that? We had now 65
57
57
million or something.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's a lot.
And you know that Sony, when it comes to their exclusives, they're quick to throw out numbers if it's went over 1 million, or if it's they're quick to do that just to show that, hey, look, this game is selling like hotcakes. It's not even in the top 10 in the digital. It's not in the top 10 of the most sold in the PlayStation Store. So I'm sorry, it is in the top 10. I'm sorry, it was number 7. So for a brand new game that just came out last week, and it's not even in the top 3, that tells you something. That should tell you something. These guys are not buying these games. They're talking big trash about this 2017 lineup, but they're not buying these exclusives. So now it leaves me a little nervous about Horizon Zero Dawn.
You know what they're gonna say now? Just say, God forbid, if that doesn't do well. Well, we had Nioh to choose from, For Honor, and we had, they're gonna make all.
Well, what's the excuse for this? Okay, let me just go back to this chart real quick, right? And okay, this is the UK chart. But in this top 20, you're telling me which number 20 is fucking Lego Marvel Avengers? So where is Yakuza? Where's Yakuza 0? Where is what the fuck was
Gravity Rush 2?
Gravity Rush 2? Where, you know what I mean? These games don't even fucking make the charts. They don't make the top 20.
No,
You know what I mean? Like, you got fucking Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens at number 15. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition at 16. The Division at 17. Pokemon Sun at 18. Final Fantasy 15 at 19. Like, where's all these games? Like, I get it. Okay,
Where's
Nioh got
Kingdom
a
Hearts? They were bragging about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is not there. But no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Come on, you know.
Hey, this is what I'm saying too. Look, and what game got higher push than Nioh by the media? The media was shoving Nioh down everybody's fucking throats. They're like, "You like it? You like Nioh? Here, have it down your fucking throat, bitch." Nioh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whenever you look at fucking any of the channels, it's Nioh streams and talking about Nioh and how to beat a boss, and you know. And I'm like, my eyes. Why am I looking at an early PS3 game? Oh, wait, it's a PS4 game.
You're buying. Yoshida trying to shut your shit down.
He's talking. He's underwater or something.
They got you underwater, yeah.
Is it still underwater?
Yeah, it's still underwater.
You say it again?
Interesting. Is it still?
He said interesting. Sound like fucking all of his prime.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but
He's like K.
Yeah. It's okay. Bang, 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 bang. What's that robot from Futuristic? Yeah, that's just what crap was sounding like.
Look, man.
Is it
Yeah,
better?
you're better. Yeah, you're better.
Yeah,
a little better, Bender.
Okay.
Bender. Crap new name is Bender.
Bender. Yeah, I am a robot. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just we got that shit shoved down our throats, and just I think that everybody should hold the applause. The media is all like, "It's sold out. It's sold out everywhere." I'm like, well, if they only got a few copies, okay, Mega, don't you have a story about how many copies they got? Like GameStop?
Yeah, like there was I wish I had that, but it went away. But All Day can vouch for me because him and some other people heard me play it.
Yeah.
It was a guy that called out to GameStop out there in Philly, and he was asking for a Nioh, and the guy was basically telling him that they were out of stock. He was like, "Oh man," but he says, "We got plenty in stock. All you got to do is just call them, and then you got it. Or there's another store that they'll have it." And he says, "Well, if you got plenty in stock, why you don't have them in the stores?" He says, "Because pre-order sales were dismal." He said that if you had maybe one or two pre-order sales, then they only will send out maybe 5 to 10 games, out in the stores, and then they'll get sold out, and then we'll just leave people to go buy the game from the digital store or whatever, or if you want to have it a hard copy, you have it ordered. So he was basically saying it would cost more money for GameStop or any other place to send those games out there to be shipped, and then nobody's not buying them, and then he's shipping them back. That costs the company money, so therefore they just hold them in stock, which I found hilarious. Like everybody, shout out to my boy MVP. He's like, "Hey fam, out here, fam. They out here with my gold and rusty feet, fam. They're gone. They sold out everywhere. Game gonna be number one.
Unlit.
It lit. I said, okay, cool. I mean,
but I reckon you don't have it, K Mega.
No. I got it, MVP. I got it. I bought it digital. I was helping on the sale, but it's still not in the top 10. I mean, we're still not in the top 5. So I don't know what to say.
But
man.
you have to realize the fact.
You know what? Check it out. At the end of the day, though, at the end of the fucking day, right? I get called to say I damage controllers, but it's just on both ends. When you look at the NPD, I've always said that you see the same 10 multiplats. If you're lucky, if your exclusive may chart, it may not chart, but you'd be lucky to see it for the second month. You know what I mean? Like I said today, they like to brag about these exclusives. Whatever it's Godzilla, Tropico 5. But no one buys this shit. You motherfuckers are out there buying Grand Theft Auto, the Call of Duties, the 2Ks, the Maddens, and shit like that. Like he said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't fucking lie. You know what I mean? You guys don't buy those fucking games, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Resident Evil, that's definitely a given. That's a great game. But you still got Madden in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? You got Madden in the top games being sold.
And let's not to mention FIFA never leaves.
Yeah, and then
Never.
and then Sleeping Dogs made a resurgence, like and that's a great game.
That's a hell of a game.
That's a great game.
I have to say, like, that game really took me by surprise. I was like, this is gonna be lame, and I put like 70 hours in it.
Yeah, and then you got
it's phenomenal.
The Order. 1886, that's supposed to have been a flop. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me because it only dropped down in price. And of course, Until Dawn, which I think is one of the best PlayStation 4 games.
Absolutely the best, probably.
Yeah.
I hate that cheesy ass game.
That shit is fire. I love it.
I would take The Order any day over that shit.
No, The Order, man, that shit's a fucking Ambien pill on the video game form.
No, they're fucking. Hey, don't wait for me, Jason. Oh no, someone's behind us.
That's the fucking point. I mean,
hell no.
Dude, that game is amazing. That's the best.
It's cool. It is a cool game. I give props where it's due, but it damn sure shouldn't have got a higher rating than the Ultimate Gears. That was ridiculous.
Yo, what did they give? What did they give Until Dawn? Something like a 8 or 9?
Almost a 9. It was like an 8.8 or something like that, and then they gave Gears like a 8 or a 7.8 or something like that. But then God of War 3 got like a 9. And that, what I'm saying, it wasn't nowhere near a remake. It was just a added game. I mean, like one of my homeboys, he bought it and he got done with it. So he was taking it back to GameStop, and they was only going to give him like 50 cents. And then he tried to take it to somewhere else, and they wouldn't even take the game. He's like, "This is a remaster. This is I was like, "This ain't a remaster. This is just this is the same game pretty much." I was like, damn, Sony, y'all are cold-blooded.
Yeah, man, fuck Sony. Fuck, that ain't that goddamn serious. But I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be a very, very interesting holiday season. I know I said, well, you Xbox looking no, but listen, it's going to be. You got Scorpio. We got you guys that love Forza Motorsport 7. That's gonna be, I know Turn 10 they're gonna do their goddamn thing with that, with the power of the Scorpio. That's
gonna be 4K 60 native.
Easily.
Yeah,
easily. You know what I mean? And even still older games like Gears of War 4 is still gonna fucking sell. They're gonna show that shit running in 4K 60 with the power of the Scorpio. Microsoft's going to full blitz. They're gonna pull a Sony. They're gonna give us remasters for Last of Us 2. We can be playing that for they did it for fucking a year and a half. No, I mean, it's also he had with the Last of Us 2 remasters and fucking what's that, Bloodborne, and they've heard about that shit forever.
Yeah, and don't be surprised because somebody said this on Twitter earlier, and they made a lot of sense. Watch out for a resurgence of Quantum Break because people will actually want to see that game.
That would be nice
in true 4K.
That would be nice.
And people were like, "Whoa!" And it'll be cheaper, it'll be affordable, and I think there might be a resurgence of Quantum Break, and it's a hell of a game. It is to me probably the best single player game on the Xbox in my opinion.
You know what? No, I'll get Crap's opinion on it even all day. I said that when we first started talking about the Scorpio back at it around E3, and they showed it. And I said, you know what Microsoft should do? They should go back. Remember, Chris, they should go back and some of the older games that have maybe been 720p or 900p, like Sunset Overdrive, and and show how this is Sunset Overdrive running in 4K 60 on the Scorpio, or this is Quantum Break, running in 4K 60, and maybe having this just for like $20. Them shits would sell like fucking hotcakes, man. Like, my God. Or maybe, do a bundle with a couple of those older titles, or even Rise in 4K 60. Like, shit, man. That would be huge, I don't know what else they can get the 4K. I mean, the 1080p, or, that was,
well, I mean, they're going to get, like, Killer Instinct is going to be a 4K 60 frames per second fighter. You're going to see probably, obviously, there's going to be 100%. I'm sure there's going to be a 4K.
Halo 5.
Halo 5 and Gears 4 for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not at all convinced that there's not going to be a Halo 3 anniversary.
No?
I've been hearing some
rumbling. You think they can do that, though? I mean, they can't do it, but they just gave us the Halo anniversary with all 4 or 5.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, yeah, you can technically play Halo 3 up-resed and higher frames per second on the Master Chief Collection. That's kind of a mess for people. Like, the multiplayer isn't. It's weird. Like, people like the Halo 3 multiplayer, like old school players, and they don't have that exactly how it was. It's different. So if they gave it the full on 4K 60 frames per second with the full on experience, and it's like maybe it bundle it with Scorpio or $29.99 or something, I could see that doing well and being like a showpiece that could get people interested again in this game, because Halo 3, that's a game that's not on PC. You know what I mean? That's a game that, well, I'm sure that if they did do that, it would probably be fucking play anywhere or some shit. I don't know, but those people don't fucking play games anyway, dude. Like I went in to play Gears 4 the other day. I didn't see one fucking PC player. Like, come on.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you think that will probably split up the Xbox community if Halo goes to fucking Windows 10? I know you was fucking dead set against it. Or you don't.
Oh, you could not do a first-person shooter with keyboard and mouse. I don't think they would do that.
There's a lot of players that play on the PC with controllers. I think for more than you guys actually really think. I mean, I jump in and I play the Killing Floor 2. Excellent game. I hope Xbox can get that game. And it's packed in there. It's always packed. And I'll jump in and I'll ask a couple of guys. I'm like, y'all playing with a keyboard? And they're like, no, we play with a controller. So I think it's more. I think it's just like for I just bought Halo Wars 2, and I'm like, I think I'm going to have a better experience playing it on on a PC because of keyboard and mouse. But I mean, the whole genius thing about Play Anywhere is that I can just if I feel like I want to play it on my big screen on my Sony TV, then I can just play it on there with my controller. So I think it's perfect. I think what Microsoft is going for, or I should say Xbox is what they're going for, is trying to get these older titles and trying to make UWP like a new Steam. That's why I think a lot of people are afraid of this, because they can't pirate and do the things like they can do with Steam. You see what I'm saying? And I think it's an ultimate benefit as well, because unlike when you on PC or on Steam or anywhere else, you can't call anybody and tell them that you have a problem. You got to type or you got to read some shit. You can call Microsoft and Microsoft will set that shit up for you nice. And I think that will help out a lot. So I think over time it will gradually start winning over. And if those games that's playable on Steam can come over and these Xbox players can play them on the Scorpio, it's lights out, man. It's over.
For what? A multiplayer?
Yeah, like the old like PlayStation, like the PlayStation, not PlayStation exclusives, but the multiplats, like the older games, like you could play on Steam or like RTSs. I really do think that Xbox can be the king of RTSs and MOBAs. Not so much as saying getting League of Legends or Dota, but like getting a World of Warcraft, because you don't really hear too much about World of Warcraft. And if that's come over to the Xbox, the UWP, and you could play that anywhere, like you can play that on your Xbox, that would be huge. And especially like there's some really cool RTSs that's not RTSs, but those over the top games that look like Gauntlet. I don't know what those type of games are called. But those games, those top-down games, those games run really well. And with the power of the Scorpio, it'll even look better than a lot of people's PC.
Well, you're kind of seeing that now, and they might be going that way, definitely with Path of Exiles coming to the Xbox, you know what I mean?
And then this Conan Exiles game looks dope as hell.
Yeah, I heard people,
I heard it was dog shit, honestly.
No, I mean, a lot of people, I guess, prepaid for the game. It was ranked kind of high with them. Like a lot of people bought. How much is the game? Like 20, 40, 30 bucks or something? I was reading somewhere that they have a lot of users. That's the early, what's it called? The early try. What you call that shit on the Xbox?
Game preview.
Yeah, game preview shit. I mean, what is it?
It already made its money back.
What is it?
Money, so,
what is it? MMO? Like, what the hell is it?
No, it's like a survival-esque game, like kind of like H1Z1. Ark Survival, things like that.
Yeah, except for it's got dongs in it.
Start off butt naked with a stick, those type of games.
What is it? A third person or first person?
First.
Is it first person?
I don't know. Fuck the first persons.
I mean, I'll probably try it out or something, but I realistically have no.
What is it, like 30, 40 bucks? I have no interest in that whatsoever.
Yeah.
40 bucks.
I mean, probably. I mean, there's a ton of games out there I have no interest in.
Shit. Also too, Crash Bandicoot. I just did a video. Someone, I guess, hacked the webpage and looked into the coding. And this, when you, I guess, behind I want to explain it. You have what's on your page here behind it, the coding. That
they data mined it.
Yeah, that you can you can choose what platform that you want to pre-order the game for. So it looks like Crash Bandicoot maybe coming to the Switch or even the Project Scorpio.
It's going to come to the Xbox One. And I said this a while ago. If you look, nowhere on that trailer did it say exclusive. Then Sony did their exclusive
Play here
games.
first. Oh yeah, play here first. Okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't in there.
Because if you knew if it was going to be exclusive, they would have fucking put that in bright pink letters in the beginning. So
it's Activision. Sony doesn't.
Activision.
Sony has no rights to that game. It's Activision owned, and Activision isn't in the charity business, so they're not gonna, they're not gonna sit there and just give Sony a free reins on that. I just don't think that that'd be smart on Activision's part. And obviously, it's probably not. I mean, it could be a time thing. It could be a release at the same, just a marketing deal. I don't know. But
is this something that you're interested in?
What's that?
Is this something that you want?
No, I'm not really interested in that. Here's the thing. Like, if you play Uncharted 4, you get to play a little bit of Crash Bandicoot again. Like, there's a particular part in the game where you do that. Yeah. And that game just doesn't play like it. It's so
old school, outdated.
Yeah, it's just like so dated. Like, to me, I'm not really interested in that right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's like even that Nioh game, right? Like, I was talking about it. People were like, "Well, did you play it?" I was like, "Yeah, I played the demo." The gameplay plays dated. It looks terrible, and and it makes sense because guess what? That game took 12 years to make.
It did.
So of course, the game is going to be dated and look dated.
Nioh took 12 years to make. Why?
Yeah,
10 to 12 years. Yeah.
My God, when they said that, I thought they was talking about Last Guardian. I didn't know Nioh took that goddamn.
No, literally. So the PS4 got 2 games that were scheduled to be PS3 games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like early PS3 games. So I mean.
Well, they ran out of money or some shit and just, hey.
I have no idea, dude.
From my understanding, it was different studios. Like, they were going to do it through, I guess, the same people that did Bloodborne, and then I guess that fell through, and then it was another company, and then it just went into limbo, and then they finally just went ahead and let Ninja Theory, whatever their name is,
Team Ninja,
whatever, let them go ahead and take it over. But I played a little bit of it. I couldn't even give you it looks good, but
they said it's supposed to be like Bloodborne. I don't care for Bloodborne.
It is it's like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, but it's easier. It is easier. So I don't know. I mean, it was kind of weird. I woke up in my drawers in the cell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, classic Sony shit. But I got in there, killed a couple of guards, and then went out. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll play. I'll jump on it. Because I wanted to check on the games that I bought. But I do love King of the Fighters, though. That King of the Fighters is fire. That shit is tight.
I don't like Fighters. I don't like King of the Fighters. To me, this is a low budget. I mean,
it is low budget, but it's
live. That's I can't fuck with that King.
To me, it's better than Street Fighter. I know PlayStation brother gonna jump on my ass about that, but to me,
Street Fighter is shit, bro.
Street Fighter is cool, man, but it's not Street Fighter, man. I love Ultra. They should have never changed the whole dynamic of it. Now, the mechanics, the graphics of Street Fighter is off the chain, but it's what I'm saying. To me, it's I don't know. Maybe if I get the Akuma little thing, but they showed another character. And it's some blonde. I'm like, who is this? You got all these characters in the Street Fighter universe. Or, either I was hearing that, I was watching my boy Maximilian, and he was guessing that maybe they might bring out somebody from rival schools or something. That's what the hell we want. That's some blonde shit.
If he
the
dies,
hell is
he
this?
dies.
Yeah, come on, man.
I don't care.
Yeah, man. Street Fighter is an utter disappointment to me.
It's a freemium game, bro.
A premium game.
Guilty Gear is a premium game.
Hell no! Somebody cut this motherfucking mic.
Hell no! Guilty Gear.
Now you're drinking that moonshot. Come on, now listen here the black crap. Now you out there wilding. Cut that shit out.
Guilty Gear Renovator is fire.
I can see K making big ass. He like 6'5" with his motherfucking dojo gi on and shit. His legs crossed playing these cheap ass fighters. Chopstick in his head.
Oh shit.
And I guess if I'm gonna do a fighter, which I love, I don't like them low budget old school ones. Nah, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, even DOA, Tekken, Soul Calibur. I'm there. Killer Instinct, Injustice. Which one I'm in the beta? You guys in the beta? Injustice beta?
I want it. I ain't been getting shit. I ain't got the updates. I haven't got anything, man. 100 over here talking about, hey man, this shit tight. I'm like, man, I ain't even get to play.
We're talking about Injustice. He got on the Xbox, or I got it on the PS4.
He got on the Xbox. I haven't got anything, man.
Why would you get it on the PS4?
I got it cold, man. Just know somebody to know somebody.
Yeah.
I filled out. I never get invited to any betas. I don't know what. I even got flagged on Xbox Live. Don't even know why. Like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I think they got me on the black block list or something. I don't know what the fuck going on with me. I'm like, shit, man. You know what I mean? But like, I don't crap. You're not really too big into fighters, but you are getting Injustice, right?
Yeah, I'll probably get. I like the demo.
And you get Tekken.
Tell me, did you guys see Swamp Thing today?
I'm probably not getting Tekken.
Man, you don't get Tekken. I'm coming to drive up to Florida. I got family in Florida. We'll find your ass, string your country ass up, and we gonna have some words.
The day you beat next gen at Tekken is the day I'll buy it. All right.
That ain't gonna happen.
What? You don't want to see me in no Tekken.
Hey, crap!
Hey, you better understand that these streets.
I beat you.
I watched it, man. I watched it, man. Next time, you want some of that? You want some? Funny.
He beat me in Virtual Fighter, and he got me in Virtual Fighter 5. And DOA 5, I smashed you. I smashed you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see what I got to deal with?
Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape. I still got the tape. I'm gonna put it up.
It's a Defiant.
No, come on, man.
He's going to the tape.
Come on, man. I'll be having those. I'll be having Lawrence G.
He's a Patriots fan. What do you expect?
Yeah, true. But MLG, I'm gonna say MLG. My boy Lawrence G. He's going out there. He fights like he goes to fighting tournaments, and I make him sweat in Tekken. Man, come on now.
Who the hell's Lawrence G? I never heard this guy in my life.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. It's our boy. He's a part of Intro Media Gaming.
That's the guy that's in the wheelchair with multiple sclerosis.
No. He do got a hot top fade, but
with the modded controller.
No.
Oh, shit! I don't know that guy, man. I don't know. That doesn't count, man. That guy got one button on his fight pad. You fighting him, you know what I mean? That's you take advantage.
It do sound like that, man. He be hitting them buttons quick as hell because he has a fight stick, man. But I'll be still giving him some hell. He gets the best of me, but man, we get down, man. So now you ain't never seen me no tech.
That's funny.
You know better.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer for Swamp Thing on Injustice 2?
Yeah. I like
it. Looks dope.
You know what? Let me say this sidebar here. That's what kind of, like I said, bothers me a little bit because before Warner Brothers acquired Midway, NetherRealm Studios, they were up for sale and for $45 million. Can you imagine? In Injustice or Mortal Kombat, all that shit could have been, Xbox, exclusives, man, for $45 million, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's crazy. Even fucking 2K Basketball, Visual Concepts sold it to Take-Two or and Microsoft, that inside drive was dog shit. Like the stuff that to me I think Microsoft should have bought to acquire. I know they can't go. Remember, shout out to my man Blazing Phoenix, Microsoft Bob, and hit the hashtags going for like a year and a half. I know Microsoft can't buy every goddamn everything, but I know I'm a fan of fighters, but like that's me, that was just like a no. What else they had? We had The Suffering. They had a couple goddamn games that could have been just, Xbox exclusives at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I agree. Like they could have. I don't know the logistic. Maybe it's because they have Killer Instinct and they don't have 2. I don't know.
Well, this is when the 360 era. You know what I mean? This is what
Oh, Matrick didn't want to spend no money, man. Come on.
$45 million, but they spent $350 fucking for Red. Don't start me on my shit, man.
Yeah, well, that's because they wanted all those IPs and stuff. Like I
what think IPs? That was their shit. That Donkey Kongs and all that. That was Nintendo shit.
Oh well, no, they ended up getting like Conker and Banjo and all that kind of stuff. So I think that
Rare was not worth $350 million. Scar. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
that was a top developer. I mean,
yeah,
they was.
The reason why they bought them is because they needed a legitimate developer to legitimize the original Xbox, and that was one of them. So,
but they didn't do. I'm just being honest here. Grab out.
I mean, for me, like I when the 360 came out, man, I lived on Perfect Dark Zero and fucking Cameo. I thought those were amazing.
I mean, they were long. They wasn't big titles, but they bought them during the OG Xbox era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. People say
you're right. They didn't utilize Rare like they were supposed to, but you have to give them credit because that when they did start making that Kinect game, they had the faces and everything damn near perfect of how if you wanted to see how you would look like in a virtual world, they were spot on with that. And another thing is that Rare it takes time to make games, and you can tell that this Sea of Thieves is going to be a massive, massive game. Now, I think me and All Day and somebody else was talking about if they don't. The only problem is it's kind of like with the Division. Like when the Division came out, it was really hot, and I played that in like a week. I was done with the story, done with everything, and you was waiting for the DLC. Rare cannot make that mistake. They have to have Sea of Thieves to where, you know, there will be people that's going to binge play it, and then once they're done with the story and whatever, they're going to want something immediately. So they have to keep adding content.
It does have a story. I thought it was like some open. I don't even know this crazy part about it. I don't know what. Is it an open world or is the game forever growing? I don't know much about it. Is it boss battles? Like I don't know shit. I just seen a few people, you know, drinking beers, and I seen a skeleton on some motherfucking, you know, nice little. I don't know what the fuck, man. I'm not. Like I said, I'm gonna hold my breath on that one. I'll wait and see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's gonna do really well. I mean, you know, it's gonna be streamed. It's going to be in that, you know, like, because there's people that like to throw out them stream numbers or whatever, or where it's placed. It's going to be in the top 5 for sure.
You think so?
Yo, I know so. I know so. That is a streaming YouTube, you know, phenomenon. That game is going to bring a lot, and that game right there is going to bring a lot of attention, and I think that's what's going to make it propel to make big sales. Now, I don't think it's going to sell like, you know, 5-6 million, but I do think it's going to do well. What a lot of people.
Hey, Crap, do you second that? Crap, you agree with that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Come on, D Crap Gamer. Come on. Do you agree with that?
No, I would say probably not. I don't know how well these type of games sell anymore. It's hard saying. Like Killer Instinct, what they say is like at 7 million players or something. But that's
I don't know if some people, because it's free to play and you got to download it for free. I'm quite sure he made his money back or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they spent much on it. You know what I mean?
Did you hear they kind of announced or leaked that there's going to be a season 4 this year? So,
that would be awesome. Now I'm looking forward to that. No, that'd be dope.
This is the year of fighters, and I'm glad for that because it was down for a long time, and and even though Street Fighter isn't the best that it's ever been, but you know, you were happy to get a Street Fighter and a Killer Instinct. You know, every so often because
Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, and Mortal Kombat. They kept supporting it. They did. I mean, I think Injustice is probably going to take the crown for best fighter. The way they're probably going to support their game with DLC, and they did a good job with the Mortal Kombat, bringing the Jason, the Alien, and the Leatherhead. Like that was, you know, dope. And, you know, what I mean, that game. So I think it was the best selling in the franchise history, if I'm not mistaken. Last thing I wanted to ask you guys before we get the hell up out of here. Call of Duty. Activision admitted that they made a mistake by taking the last Call of Duty franchise into space. It didn't meet the sales expectation. I know, Crap, you get the Call of Duty every year. What's your thoughts about it?
Yeah, they said it didn't meet expectations, but it still was the #1 selling game of last year. So, you know,
it outsold more than the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, well, no. Gran, it was the #1 seller of last year. So, yeah, it sold more last year as a whole than Grand Theft Auto last year as a whole, but not like total world, you know what I mean? Not like from the inception, because Grand Theft Auto is at like 75 million.
I thought it was just #1 shooter from, I didn't know it was #1 selling.
No, it was the #1 selling game of last year.
Oh, wow.
Is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And the #1 and the most purchased is the bundle with the Call of Duty 4 remastered. So, not only that, but Black Ops 3 is still in the top 10. You know what I mean? So people, it's declining, yes, but they said they're going to go back to their roots this year. So you can maybe, it's going to be either World War II or Vietnam, they're saying. So I think that's a good step. You know, people are tired of like the jump packs and shit like that. Like I tried to give that shit a try, and it's bad. You know,
are you gonna buy it again this year? You buy it every goddamn. You gonna buy?
Yeah, I'm buying it, man. I'm buying that shit. Dude.
What's wrong with the industry?
I'm buying it, man. You know, here's the thing. I buy most games, though. You know, well, I mean, most games that like would appeal to an average gamer. You know, like I do. Like I'm getting Halo Wars. I'm getting Horizon Zero Dawn. You know, I'm gonna get probably Injustice 2, and you know what I mean. Like I'm definitely like Prey 2. Or Prey, it's just a reboot or whatever the hell it is. I get the big games. Like last year, I literally bought like fucking pretty much all the games, and so I'm going to do that again this year. And it's going to be.
I'm not going to spend that much money like I did last year. That was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, this year will be a little bit different because the Switch is coming out soon, and I got to get that Zelda.
Exactly, Team Switch gang.
Oh yeah,
Listen, don't start that shit.
Zelda.
Get
What I'm
that
talking about.
Zelda.
Did you hear that the retailer says that NES Mini production has ended?
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't know it was a big thing. People still looking for those things.
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah.
can't fucking find them, man. They're
You know,
like
I
fucking
just don't
huge.
crap. I don't suffer fucking this nostalgia. I don't give a shit, man. I don't look at old ass games. I remember I bought an OG. I got another OG Xbox. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming these old. I'm gonna put that goddamn Mortal Kombat in. I was like, what the oh hell? This is dog shit. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry, I can't, man. I'm a graphic.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do them old school ass games, man.
It is hard to go back. You know what game still looks pretty good on OG Xbox? There's a couple of them, like that fucking flying game that still looks pretty good.
Crimson
actually.
Sky?
Yeah, Crimson Sky looks good.
Uh-huh.
The other one, the arcade one, there's like a Crimson Sky something or other. That's really good. I still think that KOTOR looks okay, and
I haven't played that in years. I beat the first one. I didn't beat the second one. The second one was as good as the first one to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
no, I
as
agree
good
with
because
that,
they
yeah.
rushed it. They
Yeah.
fucking gave him 1 year to come out with the sequel. 1 year.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
That
I
shit's
remember.
insane,
It
yeah.
came out around the holiday season. I bought it. It wasn't as good
Yep.
as the first one.
No, but it was still pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. But BioWare has a habit of ditching their fucking lead characters in their sequels. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
I don't think they did the sequel. It was another company, was it? The one that Microsoft just
Yeah, it
canceled?
was
Obsidian or something?
yeah, Obsidian did the second game because
Yeah.
BioWare was busy doing
Jade
something
Empire?
else. So
Probably Jade Empire, I believe it was.
Jade Empire, yeah, Jade Empire was fucking, and that game still looks pretty good. But it's so funny. They're like, here comes a horde of enemies, and there's like 3.
I would like before, like I said, I would like to see that get a sequel to Jade Empire, which I think would be fucking sick. You know what I mean? But you know what? Someone just inboxed me this. I said I was gonna mention it. Shout out to Robert Ballou. Thank you for the birthday gift. That Project Gotham, make that backwards compatible. Project Gotham 4, make that backwards compatible. That would be dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have that. I have 4, 3, and 4. Those are pretty damn good games.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I would take that over Motorsport any fucking day of the week, but yeah.
Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, if they could do they definitely Ninja Gaiden. If they could bring back Midnight Club 2 or the dub edition, that would be fire.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
right. Okay.
So I mean, there's plenty of games that you know that's older that I wouldn't mind playing again. I wasn't so much into the Grand Theft Auto 4. I didn't even like the story, and so I never completed, and I just gave up on it. So I'm not really too big on that. I know a lot of people were excited about that, but you know, when they bring Ninja Gaiden, that's when my fanboy's gonna go sky high. Yeah, I'm gonna be Xbox the best box, bitches. You sorry ass ponies ain't getting shit around here, son.
Yeah, they be so mad about those backwards compat games. Oh, you guys,
dude, I did the Capital Foundry thing. That really pisses them off. It's so funny.
Side by side comparison.
Yeah.
Crap your asshole, yo.
Hey, you know what? But this is the thing, right? They act like I'm playing that like now because there's no games or whatever. I'm like, I fucking played that game for 15 minutes to record some footage and make some jokes. Then I'm back to doing the other fucking new games that I've been playing. You know, I'm trying to get through some games before Halo Wars 2 hits and Horizon Zero Dawn. So I got plenty to fuck to do. You know, I got over 400 Xbox One games.
Oh damn.
You know, I got fucking plenty. There's plenty, and I'm getting more because they got this pretty good sale going on.
Okay.
They got a sale. I just bought Halo Wars 2. I'm debating if because I'm trying to avoid getting Resident Evil 7, but I'm gonna have to get it because you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get it too.
The old lady.
Well, you know what's interesting? They got like Battleborn. I know a lot of people don't really care about that game, but it's like $15.
It's like on Amazon or is it on the Xbox store?
It's Xbox Live. It's gonna be the deals that are going up tomorrow because it's Tuesday. This is the new like line of deals.
Okay.
So it's like GTA 5 is $30. You know, like who hasn't bought that game?
Yet. Exactly.
Yeah. Borderlands Handsome Collection is $20. Final Fantasy 15 is $38.99. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, they got some decent stuff on there.
Now I bought a Twisted Metal Black. I love the Twisted Metal series. On the PlayStation.
That just made me dizzy. Lord knows.
And
made me dizzy.
I was so disappointed because you thought that this thing would would look a little bit better. It looks like you're playing on a PlayStation 2. It doesn't look any better than what it was, and I mean, like, damn. I mean, I could.
They
get
give
on
you the
an
key
emulator.
word. Remaster is not a remake. Remake, they tear it down from the bottom and give you all new, textures. Remaster, they're gonna slap that 1080p 60 frame in that motherfucker. So here you go.
I was like, man, but I still had fun playing it. It's just like, come on now, Sony. You know what I'm saying? Pick your weight up on that. You know what I'm saying? Because at least with the backwards compat games, they look good. They look better. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't look like astronomically better, but they look better than what they did on the 360. So, just word of the wise. Sony needs to pick the game up on that. Step it up. Step it up.
All right. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the 320 people that are watching us live. Hit the like button for the show. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys coming out. Since
part
Google
2
was kind of fucked up yesterday.
Fucking Tim Dog rehab. He's in the fat clinic, fat bastard. We keep the guys. fucking developers.
Developers.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
He'll probably be.
He probably
will probably be on. What was that TXR podcast, man? We grabbed that shit.
TXR. Grab him by the pussy.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Next gen starting shit again. Fuck you guys. Cock.
We'll whitewash them, man. We'll knock them down in the snow and make them eat piss snow. That's what we're doing. All the
BGST for life. Thank you guys for rocking out with us.
Damn right.
Go start some shit. Tell TRX we was talking about him, kicking their back in.
Like Crap Gamer and Next Gen, we're talking mad shit about you guys.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I like Tim Dog, but I had to give him the leg drop on this motherfucker. Hold him down, guys.
Thank you guys for rocking out with us. Go on, man. Bang!